Ninjago has always prided itself on making great sets at a great value for children, but looking at the new summer 2025 Ninjago sets, it's safe to say that some of these prices are rough. So in this video, I'm going to go over every single new set releasing and talk about how overpriced I think it is. So with all of that out of the way, let's get right into it. I'm going to start off with the most expensive set, the Temple Bounty, for $200. Now, $200 I think is fair for this set. Is it perfect? No. I think 180 would have been absolutely amazing for this, and for 200, I think they should have included maybe one or two more minifigures. But since the first reveal, I have watched like a lot of early reviews, and I've been really looking at the pictures to try and analyze just how big this set is, and overall, I think that this set is big enough to justify its price. Also, looking at that piece count, over 2,300 pieces, like, it's okay. I think that $200 is the absolute max that LEGO could have charged without making this set overpriced, so it's not the best price, but at the same time, I don't think it's terrible. I think the same can be said for our next set, which is the Guardian Dragon. 150 I think is alright. I do have this set in hand actually, and I plan on making a video on it very soon, but I think this set, the size kind of justifies its $150 price point. The piece count again is pretty decent. I would have liked to see this set at 140. 140 would have been perfect, but 150 is still fair, and I think it is still worth it. Though if it was any more expensive, then it would definitely be overpriced. So I think for what it is, in the current conditions and stuff, 150 is pretty decent. I don't mind paying that. However, what I am not okay with is our next set, the Fire Knight mech, for $120. Just looking at this mech by itself, it's maybe an $80 mech. Plus, if you add the stand, okay, fine, $100. I'll take $100 for this set, but it's not $100, it's $120, which is $20 too much for this set. I mean, if you just look back to last year, Cole's Titan Dragon Mech was $100, and that set was way bigger than this set is. I mean, this set is only like 10 inches tall, which I think is kind of lame for a $120 set, because the Guardian Dragon is almost twice the height, and it's only $30 more. So I think this set is definitely $20 overpriced, which is a shame because I really like how it looks. But moving on to the next set, we have Lloyds JetMech, and Lloyds JetMech is supposed to be 100 in the US, but it is 110, and for $100 would have been perfect for this set, and 110 is okay. I think 110 is the maximum price they can charge before we get into overpriced territory. Like, $120 is for sure overpriced, but this set has 1,100 pieces, 5 minifigures, all of which are pretty good. I especially love that Kerr, and this build is genuinely phenomenal, so I think all of that makes up for the price, and $110 isn't the worst thing by far, though I just wish it was 100. Going on to the next set, we have an actual $100 set, the Ninja Combat Vehicle, and oh boy, this one was supposed to be $90, so I'm just gonna start off assuming it's $90 so that I don't crash out. But yeah, this set has less than 600 pieces. I don't know what LEGO was thinking. Initially, I thought it would be worth it because, like, I mean, you see quite a few big pieces. You got the wheels, but, I mean, if you look at it from any other angle, other than the angle that's shown in all the promotional material, and also the minifigure selection is fine, but it doesn't make up for this small build. So this set is $30 overpriced, but wait, it gets worse because in the US, it's $10 more. So for all of you living in the US, it's going to be $40 overpriced, which is terrible. The next set we have here is Rogue's Mech Dragon Rider, which was supposed to be 70, but it will be retailing for 75 in the US, and I think 70 was also a bit overpriced. I think for this set, $55 would have been perfect, but 60 is fair, 65 is pushing it, and 70 is definitely overpriced. 75 is just way too much in my opinion. $70 was already $10 too much, and $75 I think is just $15 overpriced. That being said, I really do like this set. I just feel like the minifigure selection is kind of lame on this set. I mean, I would have really loved to see like one more minifigure, because a lot of these minifigures are repeats, but as it stands, this is a great set that's just unfortunately $15 too much. Moving on with Rontu the Master Dragon, this is a set that I just genuinely feel sad about because it had so much potential. I mean, I loved Eagle, but I think they just butchered this set. But all of that aside, looking at the price, yeah, it's not great. It was supposed to be 45 bucks, but it is 50, and I think 45 bucks is also way too overpriced. Looking at the piece count, it's 381 pieces, 4 minifigures. I think this set would have been perfect as a $40 set. though the build does look kind of skinny, so maybe $35. Though I think with modern conditions, I think 40 would have been fair for this set. 45 is pushing it, 50 is way too much. I think 45 was maybe $5 overpriced, and $50 is at least $10 overpriced, which is a bit unfortunate to see, but I guess that's a pattern going on in these mid-size sets. However, it seems like they clutched up with the smaller sets, because all three of the smaller sets, Aaron's Spinjitzu Battle Mech, the Rogue vs. Drix Race Car Duel, and Kai's Motorcycle Speed Race, all are perfectly fair prices in my opinion. Of course, $20 going to $23. It's a bit annoying, but it's not the biggest deal in the world. It's not like $10 or anything, and for what it's worth, I think the price is okay. So overall, those are my thoughts on this summer wave. Definitely a very expensive wave, and quite a few of these sets are overpriced, which is kind of disheartening to see. Of course, some of it is because of economic conditions out of LEGO's control, but some of it is just genuinely bad pricing, looking at the Ninja Combat Vehicle. But if you want to know more of my thoughts on these sets, make sure to check out my ranking, and I will see you in the next one.